Time to ring in the holiday cheer. Lifetime has set its Christmas movie schedule for this Yuletide season with 26 original premieres featuring Melissa Joan Hart, Jodie Sweetin, Saturda, Rita Moreno, Keshia Pulliam, Jane Seymour, Patti LaBelle, Whoopi Goldberg and father-daughter duo Kelsey and Spencer Grammer, in front of and behind the camera. Kicking off Saturday, November 5th, the annual It's a Wonderful Lifetime lineup will premiere a new holiday movie every Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday through Dec. 18. The newest slate, which includes a central LGBTQ+ romance, a deaf cast and diverse ensembles, amplifies Lifetime's continued drive to expand its storytelling beyond the traditional and broaden its reach by spotlighting different lifestyles and beliefs. Among the highlights are Hart's Santa Boot Camp, which marks the fourth Lifetime holiday movie she has directed, Reindeer Games, Homecoming, written, starring and executive produced by Drew, The 12 Days of Christmas Eve, which stars Kelsey and Spencer Grammer as a father and daughter with a strained relationship, A New Orleans No, which is executive produced by Goldberg and stars Pulliam and LaBelle, and A Christmas Spark, which is executive produced by Toni Braxton and stars Seymour. To gear up for the explosion of feel-good holiday movies, Lifetime will debut a preview special hosted by Drew that will be available starting Thursday, October 27 on Lifetime Video on Demand. It will include cast interviews, first-look clips and behind-the-scenes footage from set. Lifetime will also make available 40+ holiday favorites from its archives, beginning November 5, on the Lifetime app and Lifetime VOD. Starting November 4th, the Lifetime Movie Club will stream 40 past Lifetime holiday titles ad-free. Below are the announced movies and casts for Lifetime's It's a Wonderful Lifetime holiday slate. Lifetime's It's a Wonderful Lifetime all premieres are at 8 p.m. ET/PT. November 5th, Merry Swissmas stars, Jodie Sweetin and Tim Rizzone's Alex. Jodie Sweetin has wonderful memories of Christmas with her best friend Beth, Michaela Lily Davis, until Beth starts dating Alex's ex, Jesse, David Pinar. Because she has missed the last few Christmases with family due to her demanding job as an architect, Alex is excited to spend the holidays with her mother, Caroline, Jane Wheeler, who is opening an inn in Switzerland. Much to her dismay, she learns that Jesse and Beth are also visiting for the inn's opening. When Alex meets Liam, Tim Rizzone, a single father and the manager of her mother's inn, Liam attempts to show her all the Christmas traditions and culture of Switzerland and helps Alex open herself up to love and forgiveness this holiday season. November 6th, well-suited for Christmas stars, Mercedes de Lazarda and Franco Lopresti fashion designer Rachel Rocca. Mercedes de Lazarda lands a spot in a design competition to create a tuxedo for one of the city's most eligible bachelors, Brett Stone, Franco Lopresti, for a Christmas charity gala. As Rachel begins to unthread his well-spun public image, she discovers the true reason behind his Christmas charity, and find themselves falling in love. November 10th, Christmas on Mistletoe Lake stars, Janelle Williams and Corey Sevier. Every Christmas, Riley Shore, Janelle Williams, picks a random spot on the map to take an adventurous trip. This year, that destination is the quaint hamlet of Mistletoe Lake. As she arrives, Riley discovers that the town's lone bed and breakfast is full due to the town's annual Christmas Harbor Festival. When 12-year-old Emma, Hattie Cragton, invites Riley to stay on her dad's boat, she learns that Emma's dad Raymond Mitchell, Corey Sevier, is selling his boat and can't participate in the festival. Saddened, Emma enlists Riley's help to convince Raymond to enter into the festival so they can have one last perfect Christmas on Mistletoe Lake. November 11th, the Dog Days of Christmas stars, Georgia Flood and Ezekiel Simat. While visiting her family during Christmas time, Annie Blake, Georgia Flood, decides to help 3 stray dogs get adopted before heading back into her career working for a global nonprofit. But when she runs into local veterinarian, Dylan Hawks, Ezekiel Simat, her old high school debate partner, they team up to save an animal rescue. Ultimately, Annie discovers that finding love, and making a difference in the world, can happen right at home. November 12th, Reindeer Games, Homecoming stars, Saturda and Justin Bruning. Mackenzie Graves, Saturda, is a brilliant, competitive, crossword puzzle-loving biology teacher in Vermont who recently lost her father, beloved fire chief, in the heart of the town's holiday fundraising tradition, the Reindeer Games. Every year since his death, she competes with her dad's former team, a group of colorful retired firefighters, to win the games and keep his tradition alive. This holiday, however, her world is rocked when fading Hollywood star and Mac's high school crush, Chase Weston, Justin Bruning, comes home for Christmas to visit his pregnant sister and nephew and is begrudgingly roped into participating in the games. When the opportunity to compete against her former mega-crush arises, Mac is determined to show him up and win the Kris Kringle Cup at all costs. As the competition heats up, so does the spark between Mac and Chase soon finds himself eager to not only win the games, but also to win her heart as well. Brian Sills also stars. November 13th, 6 Degrees of Santa stars Catherine Davis and Steve Loon. Christmas enthusiast and single mom Harper, Catherine Davis, has created a program, 6 Degrees of Santa, in which anonymous Santas give a gift and set of instructions to be passed along, temporarily enjoyed, and re-gifted, indefinitely. Her goal is to create a Christmas experience that's real life, magical, and unexpected. When Harper's own gift lands in the hands of a leading internet entrepreneur, Jason Steve Lund, he's convinced that the original Santa might be his soulmate. He seeks out Harper, as the architect of the program, to help him track down this mystery woman. November 17th, Sweet Navidad stars Camila Banus, Mark Hopka and David Fumero. Lovable pastry chef Carmen, Camila Banus, dreams of opening her own Puerto Rican-influenced bakery, like the one her family owned on the island. In the meantime, she showcases her treats at a local coffee shop. When hotel owner Victor Flores, David Fumero, discovers Carmen's talents, he invites her to apply for a position as pastry chef for his hotel's holiday gala. Knowing other applicants will have culinary school backgrounds, as opposed to her homegrown skills, Carmen reluctantly applies. When she is accepted, she's paired with Chef Jax, Mark Hopka, to curate the perfect holiday menu. But the two do not mix well. Carmen is messy and cooks from the heart, Jax is a perfectionist fixated on technique. As they race against the clock to assemble their intricate holiday menu, sparks fly, and they realize they might have more to learn from one another than they initially thought. November 18th, A Country Christmas Harmony stars Brooke Elliott and Brandon Quinn. Before Chrissy Kessler's Brooke Elliott meteoric rise to fame, the country music superstar was just a small-town girl with dreams of the big time. Now, with her record sales on a rapid decline, Chrissy is strong-armed by an unrelenting record executive to return to the hometown she left behind to perform a live Christmas concert. Accompanying her on this journey is her longtime supportive assistant Eugene, Danny Pintaro. Luke Covington's Brandon Quinn, quiet life is suddenly disrupted when he runs into Chrissy, his ex-girlfriend and former country music duo partner, who disappeared on him to pursue her solo career all those years ago. After a tempestuous rainstorm forces the ex-sweethearts to seek shelter in Luke's ranch home, the two realize that the only way they'll survive the holidays is with the other's help. November 19th, Santa Boot Camp stars Emily Kinney, Rita Moreno, Marissa Jarrett Winokur and Patrick Cassidy. When event planner Emily Strauss, Emily Kinney, is hired by mall magnate Ed Mancini, Patrick Cassidy, to stage the ultimate Christmas gala for his most important investors, Emily finds herself being sent to boot camp, Santa Boot Camp, to find the perfect Santa and the inspiration she will need to make the evening a success. While there, Emily meets Belle, Rita Moreno, the boot camp's drill sergeant with a heart of gold, who helps Emily rediscover the magic of Christmas and find romance along the way. Additional stars include Marissa Jarrett Winokur, Justin Gaston, John Shuck, and deaf actors Dan Bray and Zyra Singleton. November 20th, A Show-Stopping Christmas stars Jamie Perez and Thomas McDonnell. Riley Burdett, Jamie Perez, is the artistic director of the Onata Theater in Western Massachusetts. When Regina, the Scrooge-like owner of the theater, breaks the news that she's preparing to sell the property before the holiday performance, Riley must call upon the ghosts of Regina's past, present, and future to change her mind. Meanwhile, a big TV star, Sam Palmer, Thomas McDonnell, has moved to the area to escape the craziness of Hollywood. Riley casts him as Bob Cratchit in A Christmas Carol, and his star power, his cleverness, and his budding love for Riley helps her save the theater and steal her heart during this very special Christmas time. November 24, Baking All the Way stars, Corey Lee and Yannick Bisson. Julia Wilson. Corey Lee, an accomplished pastry chef from Chicago, heads to a small-town bakery famous for their gingerbread to complete her Christmas cookbook. There she finds herself at odds with Chris Thompson, Yannick Bisson, the bakery's charming but private owner, who is ambivalent about sharing his secret recipe. November 25, stepping into the holiday stars, Mario Lopez, Jana Kramer, Courtney Lopez and Sherry O'Terry. Former Broadway star Billie Holiday, Mario Lopez, returns to his hometown for Christmas after being abruptly fired as the host-producer-judge of the hit TV series, Celebrity Dance-Off. While there, he encounters Ray, Jana Kramer, the charismatic owner of the local dance studio, where Billie's 12-year-old nephew is her standout student. This Christmas, Ray is planning a dance recital fundraiser with the goal of taking her students to see a Broadway show in New York City. Billie volunteers to help Ray with the recital by reviving the town's traditional Christmas Eve show, which was once a showcase for local talent. With Billie's knack for producing and Ray's knowledge of all things local, their collaboration clicks and romantic sparks start flying. Sherry O'Terry stars as Dallas, Billie's high-powered, fast-talking, Hollywood agent. Dallas scrambles to find Billie work after he is fired by his boss, Wayne, played by Mario Cantoni, a network executive who is equal parts charming and ruthless. Courtney Lopez, Mario's real-life wife, also appears in the film as Joanna, the charismatic host of Celebrity Dance-Off, who is tapped to replace Billie, her former fling, as executive producer and head judge after his popularity hits the skids. November 26, The 12 Days of Christmas Eve stars, Kelsey Grammer and Spencer Grammer. The 12 Days of Christmas Eve is the story of Brian Conway, Kelsey Grammer, a successful businessman whose relationships with those around him have really suffered. While this Christmas season has been the most successful for his business, he's divorced, his relationship with his daughter Michelle, Spencer Grammer, is strained and he doesn't have a meaningful connection with his only granddaughter. After Brian gets into a car accident on Christmas Eve, Santa gives him 12 chances to redo the day and repair the relationships in his life to find the true meaning of Christmas. For Brian, these 12 days are a journey of self-realization about life, love and happiness as he attempts to right the wrongs of his life in pursuit of the Christmas spirit. November 27th, A Christmas Spark stars, Jane Seymour and Joe Lando. Recently widowed Molly, Jane Seymour, has lost her zest for life and given up on ever finding love again. But when she decides to visit her daughter for Christmas, she has no idea what holiday magic is in store for her. A former drama teacher, Molly reluctantly takes on the job of directing the town's Christmas pageant and soon finds herself falling for her leading man, Hank, Joe Lando, the town's most eligible bachelor. As Molly and the irrepressible Hank fall in love, she rediscovers her inner free spirit and finds a new lease on life. And when a star of the pageant loses her voice moments before the show, it will be up to Molly to step into the spotlight and shine brightly for the first time in her life. December 1st, serving up the holiday stars, Britt Hervin and Zach Roig. Scarlett, Britt Hervin, is an incredible chef and co-owner of an upscale restaurant. But every year, her two sophisticated and unique holiday dishes never sell because they are not considered festive enough. To shake things up this year, her best friend and co-owner buys her a ticket to a holiday cooking getaway in a beautiful villa where Scarlett will relearn festive cooking from the bottom up, maybe find love with a handsome rival chef from her past, Zach Roig, and regain the Christmas spirit her food, and her life, truly needs. December 2nd, cloudy with a chance of Christmas stars, Valerie Ortiz and Brandon Quinn. Bridget Torres, Valerie Ortiz, is a prominent national news weather forecaster who comes to the magical, wintry town of Leavenworth, Washington, where Christmas traditions prevail each holiday season. This year, Bridget has been asked by her network to announce a special snowcast at the annual Christmas Eve festival and has brought her boss Lisa, Nicole Bilderbeck, along with her. Bridget's plans to shine are foiled when a talk show host from her network arrives to join her for the broadcast. Drake Kincaid, Brandon Quinn, as it turns out, refused to hire Bridget as his co-host for their morning show a year earlier, making tensions high. The unlikely duo soon finds themselves falling for each other, but when Bridget finally discovers why Drake didn't hire her, their romance is put to the test. December 3rd, a New Orleans Knoll stars, Keshia Knight Pulliam, Patti LaBelle, Brad James and Tim Reed Grace Hill, Keshia Knight Pulliam, and Anthony Brown, Brad James, could not be more different. Despite having gone to college to study architecture together, their lives took them on completely separate paths. But when they're both hired to work together on the home of Loretta Brown, Patti LaBelle, a New Orleans praline icon, the two find themselves stuck working together at Christmas. And butting heads over more than just architecture. When Anthony and his family discover that Grace will be celebrating Christmas alone, they invite her to take part in their traditions and their celebrations. Soon, fiercely independent Grace begins to learn the importance of family and community, while modern Anthony learns to embrace tradition and the magic of Christmas. And when Grace is offered a new job far away from New Orleans, she'll have to decide if she'll leave or follow her heart. Tim Reed stars as Marcel Lorette, a handsome, retired friend who moves back to town after years away and catches the eye of Loretta. December 4th, Mary Texmas stars, Ariana Ron Pedrique and Rodrigo Massa. Gabby Diaz, Ariana Ron Pedrique, is an app developer from Austin, Texas, and the last unmarried sibling in her very close and very traditional family. Every year, the Diaz family gathers at Abuela's house in Oaxaca, Mexico, a town renowned for its 12 challenges of Christmas, which playfully ignites the entire town's Christmas spirit. When Gabby accidentally adds Alex Alvarado, Rodrigo Massa, a handsome graphic designer who's lost touch with his own Mexican roots, to the family group chat, her well-meaning family decides to secretly invite him to join them in Oaxaca for Christmas. As they begin to play matchmaker for Gabby and Alex, can the Diaz family help Gabby and Alex recognize that each of them is actually the other's perfect Christmas present? Deck 8. Sensational Christmas stars, Nanzine Contractor and McKee Selkin. Bright-eyed beauty and perfumer Ellie Reddy, Nanzine Contractor, is tasked by her boss to create a holiday scent that will impress, so she decides to return to her quaint and festive family home for Christmas to find inspiration. There she meets handsome yet bookish writer, Logan Osborne, McKee Selkin, who is staying with her father at the family's historic property, which includes her mother's former candlemaking cottage. After finding her father struggling to keep her late mother's candle business afloat, Ellie and Logan decide to complete the orders and inadvertently bring Christmas cheer back to the town, all while falling in love. December 9th, a Recipe for Joy stars, Erin Augustino and Dylan Casey. When ambitious food correspondent, Carly Hayes, Erin Augustino, gets a shot at her own TV show, nothing goes as planned. She's sent to Angel Heights to help Grant Quinn, Dylan Casey, a perfectionist, attention-shy chef, reopen his family's beloved diner and film it as a holiday special pilot for her television show. Thanks to Carly, Grant will not only reopen his restaurant, but most probably his heart too. December 10th, Kirk Franklin's The Night Before Christmas stars, Naturi Naughton, Lorea Turner, Luke James and Kirk Franklin. Caught in a blizzard on Christmas Eve, estranged mother and daughter Journey, Naturi Naughton, and Nia, Lorea Turner, are forced to take refuge inside a church where a handful of also trapped parishioners are reeling from the cancellation of their annual holiday concert. The spirit of the season takes hold as Journey and Nia weather the wintry storm together with the other churchgoers, including handsome youth pastor Adam, Luke James, and a heavenly music teacher, Kirk Franklin, who motivate the mother and daughter to reconcile their differences through music, faith, and love. With the help from this unlikely yet spirited group of strangers, Journey and Nia band together to help the church salvage not only their holiday traditions, but also their show-stopping Christmas Day performance, despite the raging storm outside. December 11th, single and ready to jingle stars, Natasha Wilson. Emma Warner, Natasha Wilson, feels like she lives Christmas year-round. As the SVP of a successful toy company in Chicago, she spends 12 months a year focusing on Christmas, leaving no time for dating or much of anything else. By the time the actual holiday rolls around, she has had enough. She asks her assistant and friend Lucy to find a tropical singles resort, somewhere she can find a guy and not think of Christmas. But due to a booking mix-up, Emma ends up in her worst nightmare, a town devoted to everything Christmas. Will Emma be able to find her joy? December 15th, record-breaking Christmas stars, Michelle Argyris and Andrew Bushell. Leah Hoffman, Michelle Argyris, an adjudicator for the World Record Bureau, draws the short straw and is forced to travel to a small town just before Christmas to investigate its plans to break multiple holiday world records. As she falls for the town's doctor, Devin Bancroft, Andrew Bushell, she discovers that the whole town is in cahoots, and she just may be the person who can help them reach their true Christmas goal. December 16th, A Christmas to Treasure stars Taylor Frey and Kyle Dean Massey. The passing of beloved Ems. Marley reunites 6 estranged friends for one final hometown holiday treasure hunt. As the search unfolds and fond childhood memories are relived, sparks fly between Austin Craig, Taylor Frey, and his former best friend Everett Matthews, Kyle Dean Massey. The gang find the hidden treasure before the city has the chance to turn the Marley house into a holiday resort, but the blossoming holiday romance between Austin and Everett may turn out to be the greatest Christmas-time treasure of all. December 17th, The Holiday Dating Guide stars Maria Menounos and Brent Bailey. Dating coach and aspiring book author Abigail Slater, Maria Menounos, is close to making her lifelong dream come true. She has completed her first book, A How to Guide for Dating in Today's Modern World, and is now more than ready to become a published author. However, after reading the book, her publisher Jack won't proceed with the deal without knowing that her dating advice actually works. Before he has a chance to say no, Abigail proposes that she prove the rules work by using them herself and making a man fall for her by Christmas Eve in 12 days. Although Abigail's never seen love as a priority for herself, she sets out to find someone who will fall quickly enough to get this book in print. Things change when Abigail meets Michael Ryan, Brent Bailey, and her single-minded mission takes an unexpected turn. While following her own advice, and learning to expect the unexpected in the process, Abigail discovers the romance of her dreams. December 18th, Wrapped Up in Love stars Brittany Bristow and Olivier Renault. Ashley Mackenzie, Brittany Bristow, has always been the preeminent Christmas queen in town. From making handcrafted decorations for the office to hosting the town's annual Christmas sweater competition, she loves everything about the holiday. That is, until she meets her match in Ben Williams, Olivier Renault. Ben is the devilishly handsome new guy in town who loves Christmas just as much as she does, and unwittingly begins to steal her thunder. But as Ashley begins to feel like Ben is taking Christmas away from her, she is reminded of the true spirit of the holiday, and she joins forces with him to make this Christmas even more meaningful.